Well, I mean, I think number one, you always want to win at home. You want to have success at home. I thought we were a much better team on Friday than we were on Saturday. I don't think we managed the puck, even though the shots were low. We only gave up 21 shots. I think they missed the net a couple times, and I think some of the opportunities we did give up were grade A scoring chances. But as a whole, because I thought we deserved better on Friday. And again, that was a penalty kill, and we had to get that fixed. But as a whole, I think as a staff, we're pleased.
Special teams from night to another. You had 2 power play goals, and then you didn't have any. You gave up 4, and then you gave up any. It's kind of an interesting thing going on there. How would you look at it right now?
I think part of that's coaching. I think going into the first game, you don't have a lot of video on what they're doing, and they had none on us. So, until you get into it, you're not quite sure, how to prepare your guys for what kind of sets they're going to have and what they're going to look like. I think both coaches probably went back and watched the video and adjusted a couple things. We didn't shoot the puck enough on Saturday in the power play. As pleased as I was with how well the penalty kill played, I thought the power play struggled. I thought at times we were trying to pass it in the net, and we got to deliver pucks, especially early in the game, because that loosens up their kill and then opens some seams up. But, you want to win the special teams battle every night. If you don't win it, you surely don't want to lose it. And it cost us the game Friday. And I think on Saturday, it was a 5-on-5 game. And, we made 1 or 2 more plays than they did.
Were you concerned at all that the Conley thing was going to be maybe a distraction to the players, or was that not even an issue, do you think?
No, I think we used it the other way. It's a really big moment for our program. The guys were aware of that, and they understood the importance of the game and the importance of the moment, and what Coach Conley has done for our program. Obviously is undeniable, and the guys understood that. So they wanted to have a good, there's a lot going on, right? First home game, Coach Conley's, his ceremony, kind of the first chance for our fans to see, the way we're going to play and, see this team play. So there's kind of a lot going on, and, you want to use that emotion as much as you can. And I thought we did. I thought we played, pretty good the first 5 minutes of the game. And then I think it got away from us for part of the game, and we were really good in the second. And then in the third period, I think it's just a young team still trying to figure out how to win games. You got to learn how to win too. So I think we went through some of that in the third.
Robbie Payne got an award this week. He's off to a great start, and that's been what he's been prone to do. What do you think of him so far?
First of all, I think it's fantastic anytime one of your guys gets recognized, because you're going to have great weekends, and for whatever reason somebody else might get the award. But anytime you can receive that award, I think that's fantastic. With Robbie, we got to keep him moving his feet, and that's the biggest thing for him. Is he's got a great brain, he's got a great offensive stick. We just got to get him in situations where he can use those gifts, and when he moves his feet, as he did this weekend, he puts himself in those spots. And I know he's looking forward to having a big senior year, and we got to help him along the way by making sure we coach him up in practice, but then putting him in situations as coaches where he can use the gifts that he has to be successful.
First weekend for the freshmen, and I think Nardi did get a goal on Friday. What would be your assessment? Are there any guys you think could jump right in and be contributors?
Yeah, I think the stats are wrong. I know they're wrong. Shore scored that goal, so it did say Nardi, but I think that for whatever reason that was backwards there. I think we'll get that fixed. But those two guys, Nardi and Shore, obviously I think with Caleb, he's more of an offensive, kind of can dart in and out of a spot. He's got a good stick. He's got a history of scoring. He can have an impact his freshman year, and Nardi's going to play. He's going to play a lot of minutes for us, and he's got some quick twitch, and he can do a few things. Through the neutral zone, he looks a little different than some of the other guys in the rink when he gets going. So, I expect big things out of him. We're just got to work on some of his. He's in great shape. Just the back half of his shifts, I think he breaks down a little bit because he exerts so much energy. We got to do a good job of kind of coaching him so that he can maintain some of that energy throughout his shift. And no energy is wasted, but maybe he uses a little more energy unnecessarily than he needs to. So we got to do a good job helping him, kind of pick his spots where he's going to go. And I think for the most part, there's going to be some growing pains, especially on the defensive side of the puck. I thought at times, between Mitch and Denver and Joe Nardi, their line, I thought, they got themselves a little bit out of position a couple times, so they couldn't use their offensive talent, especially Mitch and Joe as young guys, because they're defending the whole time. And we showed them a lot of those situations where, just communication can clear up, what went wrong and how you get out of some of these things, because people are going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. So once you make that mistake, we just got to make sure we communicate it out and we don't compound that mistake by switching guys and turning it into another one. So those guys for sure will have a big impact. I think Adam Rader's got a chance to, offensively help us. And, he's a guy that, some guys look better in practice than do in games. I think he's a guy that, it translates pretty good. Like he looks about the same as he does in practice as he does in the game. And for a coach, that's reassuring because you know what you're going to get out of him. So I like our freshmen. We tried to play as many guys as we could. There's only 2 guys that were eligible or healthy that didn't get in this weekend. So, we want to get lots of the guys into the season as quick as we can, and let them show us what they can do. And you always say, like, what, we choose to line up the first night. You guys decided after that with your play in the rink.
Phil Ballou has kind of become that guy who can take charge. You don't see a lot of underclassmen willing to take a lead on stuff. Is that what you're noticing too? He sees an opening and he charges toward it instead of trying to pass it off.
Yeah, you know what? Number one, I think Phil's got a great personality. He's really enjoyable to be around. He's got a little bit of that cold ice in his blood, which you have to have. I think on Saturday when he pulled that guy at the blue line in the power play, part of that maybe was unnecessary, but as coaches we want to encourage that because then that allows him, to have the confidence to join the rush, and he joins the rush and scores a huge goal for us. So that side of his game we have to keep encouraging and pushing, and because he has that ability offensively to change a game with like he did on Friday or Saturday. He changes the game on one rush, goes from 1-0 to 2-0, and you go in between periods feeling pretty good. So we're for surely going to encourage that. We got to monitor his minutes a little bit. I think we played him a little bit too much this weekend. I think we'd like to keep him at 25 or 26 minutes. He was up closer to 28. So, you want to make sure that he has some gas in the tank on this back-to-back on the second half of that night. But he's been, what you saw from him this weekend is what we've seen for a month in practice. And he's got a chance to become a really, really good offensive player. And,